What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Well, one thing has been nice. I just went to Home Depot to see my buddy, the Eagles fan, and he's not here again. 2 days in a row. Every other time I've come into this Home Depot, he's always been there. But it's funny because last night I only had four hardcore Eagle fans that are still keeping the faith. Keeping the faith. You know, I guess the rest of them are Eagles crying all over the place. They're not showing up. So we found out earlier today that the Eagles offensive coordinator, who has done an incredible job for the Eagles, really making that offense just perfect. And you saw how good they played in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. They were this close to winning. They've lost him to the Colts, who's now the head coach of the Colts. And word out is that the Arizona Cardinals job is pretty close to being the Eagles defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon's job. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Eagles had immense talent on the defense. Immense. But there's some questions out there. The way the Super Bowl was played, they had a defense that was close to record-breaking in sacks. Incredible front line. You know, they had great run stoppers like Jordan Davis. They got guys like Ndamukong Suh. They had Hassan Reddick and, of course, Fletcher Cox. I still don't know what that suit was that he was wearing. It looked like what a woman would be wearing to Sunday church, but be that as it may, it looked like a canvas underneath that jacket. I'm just saying, don't hate. And it looked almost like he had a string of pearls. But be that as it may, who am I to talk about fashion where I've always got a paint-covered t-shirt and nappy hair, so I can't talk about anybody else. But they have some serious defensive players. But you look at some of those games where they gave up like 35 to the Detroit Lions, first game of the season, and 40 to Dak Prescott. In fact, 42 on average the last 3 games. And then you looked at the Super Bowl. Some Eagle fans would be happy to see him go. In fact, I know Philly 500 would be happy to see him go. Be that as it may, he's got the inside track for the Cardinals, and it seems like the Eagles are making a push like the Cowboys did to hold on to Dan Quinn to try and keep Jonathan Gannon. But this is the buzzards beginning to feast on the body that is the Eagles, that people are trying to get, your coordinators, your assistant coaches, your players. And this is one of the reasons why it's hard to repeat in the NFL. It's just, you can't hold on to everything. That this team that was here this year, it's not going to be the same team next year. And I know Philly 500 is probably like, let him go, because that was one of his pet peeves after the game, was not so much anything to do with the offense. Now, you better not say anything about Jalen Hurts, but I still look at that fumble. That had that fumble not happened, it's a different game. In fact, I'll even go one further. They had 3rd down and 1, and they jumped off sides, which made it 3rd down and 6. And on that play was when they ended up having the fumble. So you can look at that series of events. Had they not had that penalty, it would have been at 36, and they wouldn't have probably had that turnover, in which case they probably would have won the game. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, and got a little quick hitter job I got to go do. They had to do work around an electric panel, and it needs to be patched up, and I need to make a raised panel wall for granite countertop to rest on top of. So I'll be doing some fabrication work in the workshop. And what I'm really excited about is tomorrow I'm going to go down to the red brick house and work for 2 days up underneath the house there, trying to get that floor and stuff leveled. So we're trying to get that place done by Memorial Weekend. So it's the off season. We got work to do. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I appreciate you guys. Peace.